Time management skills are also lifestyle changes. You implement small changes here and there to create a well-ordered model to follow. Good time management skills are vital to reduce the amount of stress that can come with starting, operating, and running a business. Now, you don't get rid of habits, you simply replace them with better, more productive habits in order to gain the most out of them. Think of it as behavior management. Just like training an animal or learning a new skill, you have to modify behavior to suit new needs, and this part takes time. Some of your habits, such as tucking your hair behind your ear or chewing gum when you're stressed, are the result of years. As a result, it may also take days, months, or even years to change. Just like quitting smoking or starting to work out, the recommended time to start and stick to a new habit is 2 weeks to 30 days. Within this time frame, the new habit will become instinctive. There will come a point where you can do it without thinking. Remember, this time frame is recommended. Some people can adopt fairly quickly, while others may take longer. The key here is to always have a bit of wiggle room. Another thing to remember is to stop thinking of time as the enemy. It's not. It simply exists. Your job is to construct time into an asset or resource that you can use to your benefit. In life and in business, goals are the secret to winning. As a successful entrepreneur, you have to know the goals of your business because these goals set the timeline for your life. There are many different ways to set goals, but before you set a goal, you have to have a vision. A vision of yourself, a vision of what you want your business to look like in the future, and a vision of what you want out of life. Okay, ask yourself the following questions. Where do I see myself in the next 3 years? In the next 5 years? What will I need to get there? What resources do I need to achieve this vision? What sacrifices will I need to make? You can be as expansive and as visionary as you want. After all, dreams are free. From there, follow up with more questions. Breaking your vision down into goals and your goals into manageable, doable steps is the first good time habit. Meet Ella. Ella is 20 years old. Ella's vision is the need to lose weight for a wedding that's happening in 6 months. Her vision is, I had to look great in that bridesmaid's gown. Note that her vision has no specifics. It's just a statement of what she wants to happen. The next step is breaking her vision down into smaller goals. How will Ella look great in that bridesmaid's gown 6 months from now? What is her definition of looking great? So there's her vision. I had to look great in that bridesmaid's gown. So her goals are lose weight and look toned. Now Ella has broken her vision down into separate goals. These are the specific goals that would make the vision come true for her. Her goals are still not that clear. How will she lose weight? How will she get toned? The easy way to start off this exercise is to just simply write down everything that you want, no matter how trivial or tiny it may seem to you. The next step is to break your goals down into achievable steps that one can easily do. And there are several frameworks that you can use as reference when it comes to goal setting. A favorite and effective method is the SMART framework. It means separating your goals into specific, measured, achievable, realistic, and time-bound. The reason this method is so effective is because it makes the element of time a factor. Goals only become measured and achievable when they have a time frame. Ta-da! You're already on your way to controlling and constructing your time. If Ella doesn't use this framework, her goals will look something like this. Goal number 1, lose weight, eat less, go on a diet. Goal number 2, look toned, work out, go to the gym. Anyone who's ever tried to stick to a diet and exercise program knows that, while it may look good on paper, but will Ella actually do it? By the time the wedding rolls round, she will try to squeeze herself into the dress and just feel miserable. Now, let's put the SMART framework into Ella's goals. How will she achieve the goal of losing weight? The first thing to do is to be realistic and measurable. How much weight does she want to lose? Is it achievable? If she wants to lose 50 pounds in a month, is it realistic? Is it time-bound? Has she set a deadline for it? A good example of SMART goals goes something like this. I will lose 2 pounds every week. In order to complete her vision, she needs to make a smaller list of secondary goals. How will she lose 2 pounds a week? Ella will then create another SMART goal to help her achieve the first one. For example, this goal could state, I will go to the gym for an hour on Mondays, Wednesdays and Fridays every week. Now, once you've started to set and break down your goals, you'll easily see what is achievable and what is doable. And this can be done not only for your personal life, but also for your business. Well, now comes the hard part. Implementing change in any setting can be difficult. You will encounter resistance. You need determination and a willingness to stick to things to overcome poor time management habits. The rewards to come will and can compensate for the stress of letting bad habits go. Now, the examples I've presented here are simplified goals to help give an idea of the type of framework that you can use, but it will serve as a guide to help you get what you really want out of your business. Having your goals at hand means you'll always keep them in mind. Think of this as a battle plan, something that will help you tackle day-to-day scenarios in your business. You already know what tasks are important to you and what tasks are not. Depending on how you want to do, create a document or keep a notebook and dub it your battle plan. This document should contain the goals that you have for yourself and for your business. Make sure that it's placed somewhere that you can easily access or see. Don't be disheartened if your battle plan is empty at the moment. As you become more adept with planning, it will become an essential part of your life, a strategy, if you will, of dealing with the day-to-day. Start each day off by planning what you want to do. Approaching each day in this manner will give you loads of relief from the stress that's been plaguing you. For those juggling a 9 to 5, a family and other responsibilities, this will also help you put things in focus. One trick for the daily battle plan is to write down the 5 or 6 most important things that you have to do. You'll be tempted to add more, but start with just 5 or 6. Why? Well, because crossing them out at the end of the day will give you a wonderful feeling of accomplishment. But what if all the things you do are important? Well, they're not. There are definitely some major tasks that you cannot leave out, but once you have set goals, you can start planning your days. Secondary tasks should also be part of the list, but give it a bit of wiggle room. Will it really kill you if you don't complete that report today? Once you have it down and you see what you need to do, you can act around your list of priorities. Another trick is to break your priorities and goals down into categories or by order of importance. For example, if saving enough capital to get your business off the ground without having to take a loan is your number one goal, what can you do to get to that place? The next step is to evaluate your own personality. If you already have people who work for you and rely on you, you may want to evaluate their habits as well. It's very simple, and all you need are your powers of observation. You'll easily be able to spot bad time habits and time traps without really lifting a finger. The first thing that you have to remember is that people like to do things their own way. Boxing someone in, including yourself, will end up causing damage. Some people like to do things in fits and bursts. Others love to cram things with details. If you're the type of person who likes to color code your files, then use it to your advantage when changing your bad time habits. The great thing about technology is you can use it to adapt to your environment. Okay, first the paper freaks. They need to physically have something to touch in order to begin their time management process. These are people who enjoy to-do lists, post-it reminders, and paper or notebook planners. Investing in colored pens, highlighters, and nice notebooks is a good start. Other people are more visual. They like to see projects, flows and tasks without having to consult a small notebook. They may set up bulletin boards or web spaces that allow them to add images and other visual reminders. Smartphones and computers often have downloadable applications that can help you manage your life. You may be the techie type of person who can benefit from this type of organization. Knowing that different people use different ways to manage their time and environment will help you in the long run. Think of the methods in this video as suggestions, not rules set in stone. Find something that works for you and stick with it. Part of evaluating yourself is also being honest about your problem areas. Are you a serial procrastinator? Are you so disorganized that you have forgotten to pay bills and spend large chunks of your day looking for things? You have to be honest with yourself in order to know how to correct your bad habit. Okay, enough about bad habits. In the next video, we're going to talk about how you go about creating good time management habits.